So once they get together, they start playing some little shitty clubs in LA.
Yeah.
Until eventually they get booked as the house band at the Whiskey A Go Go.
Right.
Which is a legendary club in LA.
Yeah.
And one of their friends, who was in another band called Love, they were signed to Elektra Records.
Right.
And he told the president of Elektra, you guys got to go check out this band, The Doors.
Yeah.
Because what they were doing was absolutely fucking insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy what they were doing at the time. Like, it was so... how do I even describe it? It was literally like they were just... The music just became a flowing stream that Jim was flowing in. Like, the music became a river that Jim was swimming down.
Yeah.
Right? And they were just like... It was very improv. Like, they didn't know where the songs were going to go. There would be long instrumental parts. There would be long parts where Jim could just, like, say poetry. And nobody really knew what the fuck was going to happen on any given night.
Yeah, yeah. And they were definitely shaking things up. Like we said, they were kind of the anti-flower power movement. You know, not that they were, you know, just spewing words of hate. They were still along kind of the same lines of, like, unification. But they were more of, like... upsetting the system type of band, or upsetting your eardrums type of band. Like, they don't want you to just come in and just stay yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have to pass through a doorway and become something else.
They were more of a let's burn it all down kind of band,
to
right?
the fucking ground. You cannot petition the Lord with prayer.
Oh yeah. So they were just doing wild shit. And the most wild thing got them fired from the club.
Yeah.
They played this song called The End.
Yeah.
And like we said, there was, you know, they made it so there was long parts where Jim could kind of like improvise poetry. And he got all fucking Greek on their ass.
Yes, he did.
And just starts talking about fucking the mother and killing the father and all this shit. And it's just, nobody ever would expect to see that or hear that in the 60s.
No. I'm sure.
Even now,
yeah.
If we just went to an open mic and somebody was fuck your mother, kill your father, it'd be like, what is up with this guy?
Yeah, it wouldn't go over well. I'm sure a woman would scream.
Oh, yeah.
You can bet on that.
Well, it was so funny. We were actually just listening to an interview with John and Robbie with Rick Rubin, which you guys should check out if you're into, you know, any of these people that we just mentioned. And it was funny. I don't remember if it was John or Robbie, but he was saying that they would play Light My Fire and everybody would be dancing, feeling all good. And then they would close with The End, and everybody would just kind of slink out like real quietly.
Gotta go.
And so that's interesting. So that was kind of legendary. They became like, you know, kind of the talk of the town from that performance, because it was like, what is this? Like, this is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So now they're signed and they're working on their first album. And we should actually say Light My Fire eventually became a #1 song. It is the first song that Robbie Krieger ever wrote.
Ever.
Like, the way that it came about is that Jim basically challenged the rest of them to write some lyrics, right?
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, these four are so, like, you can draw, like, parallel lines or lines to each other in terms of, like, what impact they have. You know, Jim never sang before, you know what I mean? And it made Ray want to start a band. Robbie never wrote a song before, and it goes #1. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Jim's super analytical, Ray's super analytical, but they're like two sides of the same coin in a way.
Right.
And I bet if you ask them, even like now in the afterlife or wherever people go and stuff, I bet if you ask them, I bet Ray would say at times he wanted to be a little bit like Jim, and I bet Jim would say, I wish I could be a little bit more like Ray, because they're kind of like the same person in a way.
Yeah, they are kind of flip sides of each other.
Yeah. It's crazy.
They're very similar, and it's like, you kind of have to be for something like this, because I was thinking about this earlier. Like, imagine you being the band during that performance of The End, and you have no idea where Jim's going.
Yeah.
And he's never done anything like that before.
Right.
It takes a certain kind of person, as the whole band, to go through that performance and be like, this is the thing. A lot of people could deal with something like that and be like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be involved with this. This is what you're doing? I don't want anything. This is fucking crazy, dude. But all of them were just kind of like, so we're doing it again tomorrow, or you know what I mean? Like, they weren't really dissuaded by that. They were into it. They might not have all been as impulsive and as crazy as Jim, but they clearly were on the same page as like, we're doing something here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because imagine being John just on the drums and all of a sudden he's like, he gets into that fuck your mother shit.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, come on, bro. We're playing the whiskey here. You trying to get us fired?
Exactly. And he did.
And he did.